KACH.
Ready is committed to providing superior.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited.
And welcome in, everybody. It's time to play a little championship volleyball as we get ready to open up the championship match here as the Preston Indians will take on the Bear Lake Bears going up against each other here in this championship match as we are just about ready to play as trying to get everything set up. They moved us to the other gym, so we had to tear down all the equipment, move over here, get set up, and then chase down all the information that we normally do before the game, before we could actually get going. But we are just about ready now. The teams are on the floor. Preston, they beat Cokeville earlier today and then knocked off Evanston to advance here to the championship match. They've played a total of 7 sets today, and for Preston, they have won 6 of those 7 sets. They dropped 1 against Evanston, and now they'll take on Bear Lake here for the championship of the Cokeville Volleyball Invitational Tournament here from Cokeville here this evening. As officials are on the floor going through all of the necessary paperwork, make sure everybody's where they need to be as the Bear Lake team checks the libero into the lineup. And we are just about ready to go here to get this match started. As Preston does the same thing, they check the libero into the lineup as well. And that is pretty much the last thing. In fact, they throw the ball into the Preston Indians as Preston will serve first as Avery Madsen will open up business here with this first serve here in set number 1. Best 3 out of 5, and here we go for the title. As the outside set right down the line, partially blocked, but not able to get to it as Briley Birch able to pick up the kill. And it is Bear Lake who goes on top 1-0 here. That serve is into the net. A service error as the serve put up there by Amy Sharp. So she puts up the error. and it's 1-1. The serve goes back over to the Indians. At the net, and it's going to be knocked down, but it's going to be on the Preston side of the net. So it'll be a point there at the net, and it's 2-1 Bear Lake. Briley Birch will serve here now, as that's going to be too long on the attempt there by Ellie Nelson. Actually, they called it touched, so give the kill to Nelson, and it's 2-2. Ellie had a great match against Evanston. Didn't put up a whole lot of kills, but she was dominant in and around the net. Kept on the floor here by the Indians. Madsen just knocks it over. Free ball for the Bears. Outside set, blocked at the net. Again, as this time it is Hest able to knock that one back down. Comes back over onto the Preston side. Outside set. Comes to Wakely. Wakely has that turned away. Again back to the net. This time as over and diving to try to make the play there was Birch. She couldn't. And Preston wins the point and goes back up 3-2. So just the first set. Dan Hubbard with you here from Cokeville. As Ellie Nelson serving here for the Indians. Back set. That's knocked down, deflected at the net. Give the kill to Lyndon Lefkin. As she has her first kill, we're even at 3. So on the side out, it will be try to chase down a name here. We got a name that we don't have on our roster for Bear Lake. So we can find that for you here in just a second, as the serve here is going to float too long and out of bounds. So Preston goes up 4-3. Thanks. Got a block at the net. Comes back over onto the Bear Lake side as Preston sets it outside. Hess, that's partially deflected. Comes back over again, and that is in. Another point for Bear Lake. So Bear Lake goes up 6-3 on the Indians here, as that serve will go into the net. So 6-4 is Preston able to pick up the side out. They will now serve as 6-4 on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard here. Ball still free at the net. Knocked around a little bit, comes back over to the Bears. Now back onto the Preston side. Outside set, they're going to go short, and a point for the Indians. That's Taylor Wakely. Taylor, that is her 30th kill of the day. And she has been very dominant on both sides of the net throughout the matches today. Nelson serves again in the middle, as this is going to be off of the hands of Nelson, and that'll be a point for Haley Wells. 7-5. As it'll be Taysla Neal here to serve, and she serves into the net. So she gives the point right back to the Indians. As the video is frozen up, we apologize. We'll try to get that fixed for you. It's now 8-6. As that point Serving again, here is Catherine Skinner for Bear Lake. They flip it over the net. That's going to be a double hit charged against the Indians, and a point here for Bear Lake again. That makes it 9-6. Skinner serving again with her team up by 3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. In the middle, that is Wells. She is blocked by Knapp. However, it goes out of bounds, and it's another point. Yes, I know. Thank you. As that ball goes long, point for the Indians, and it's now 10-7. Try to get the video restarted again. Looks like we're up and running. That's good, as it will be Morgan Donaldson serving. Outside the set there, Wells is going to hammer home another one from the outside. Bear Lake goes up 11-7. As, look out, ball just hangs right over the net, and Emmy Sharp able to drive that one home. Preston is not playing like they played in the first 2 matches today. They trailed 12-7 here in the first set, and they're going to run in a couple of subs here. Avery Matson to serve. Matson, that's going to be just outside the line. So a service error for Madsen, and it's 13-8. They have the score. So we'll keep things updated the way they have the scoreboard here, as the serve put in play by Sharp. Ball loose. Preston's going to set it. Donaldson bumps it over. Way back in the far deep right corner as it comes up in the front. That is Lufkin. She gets blocked. Controlled again by the Bears as they'll again play it back up. Madsen up high. They'll set it for Taylor Wakely. Taylor had a big space right in front of her, and she just went soft and dropped it in. 13-9. Preston still trails by 4 points here on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. First set of the tonight's match brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. As that's loose on the kill attempt there by Lufkin. Preston able to chase it down. They get it back over. Back outside again. And this time it is Birch who drives it through the block. 14-9. So Birch, a very strong outside hitter, but Preston is not getting the play at the net they did, especially against the Red Devils. As coming up to make that play was Ellie Nelson. Ellie able to pick up the kill, and it's 13-10. So the ball comes back over to the Indians. It looks like Nelson will serve here again as Ellie puts the ball in. And the outside set and hitting right through the block. That time was Caitlin Skinner with another point. That makes it 14-10 that Bear Lake is on top. They are controlling the first set. Having said that, Preston's kind of hanging right in there. They've stayed 3-4 points behind, but they can't get any closer than that. Outside, it's Kayla Wakely to hit through the blocks with her third kill of the match, and it's 14-11. So let's see if Preston can get a little closer now as Braxton Ware comes in to serve. Ware, her serve, that comes over to Skinner, and again she drives it right through the block. They're getting very good play at the net offensively, our Bear Lake, as they're hitting everything right exactly through the block. And they go up now by 4 again. It's 15-11 here in set number 1. Taisley Neal serving at the net. That's blocked there as Knapp had it. They flipped it up in the air, and then they let it fall right between 3 different people. So Knapp flipped it up in the air. Madsen was there trying to decide if she was going to play it. Donaldson was there as well. None of them took it, and it's 16-11 on the Flying Escrow and Title scoreboard. Wakely gets partially blocked. Bear Lake has the play at the net. They'll go short. Wakely able to dig that out, keep it alive. White is too long. Mackley White hits it just a little bit wide of the baseline. And it's 17-11. Now Preston trying to fall behind just a bit as Neal will serve again. In the middle as it comes there to Knapp. Not kept in play. Yes, it did. As Bear Lake gets it, flips it back over onto the Preston side. Outside it comes to Wakely. That's kept alive again on a great defensive play. And then they go short, and they get the point. Credit Sydney Shaw for keeping that point alive and making it possible for them to control the point. 18-11, 7-point lead for Bear Lake. As again, they drive it right through the block. And once again, that is Skinner to pick up the kill. And it's 19-11. And finally, Preston's going to take a timeout as Bridget Knapp needs to kind of regroup her troops just a little bit. They trail 19-11 here in the first set on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. In the first set tonight, brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and have more here in set number 1 as we continue on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
So the Indians trail here in the first set. They fell behind early, kind of wavered a little bit, and now trail again. They trail by 8 now. That's their biggest deficit here in the first set of the match. Outside set comes to Wakely. Drive that one home. Taylor's got 4 of their 12 points here in the first set. 19-12. As Wakely will now serve for the Indians. It ticks off the top of the net but makes it over. They flip it over to the Bears, kept alive here by the Indians. As that's fought for at the net, comes back out, and then once again, it's Skinner. As the ball pop loose, it's Skinner to drive it back home. 20-12. Caitlin Skinner serving as the ball outside, and that's going to be long again. So once again, White just a little bit too long. She has 2 hitting errors here in the first set, no kills to her name, and it's 21-12. There's Skinner again, ticks off the top of the net, makes it over, played by the Indians. Set outside, comes back to White. She goes short, that's dugout. They'll swing it over, give it to Birch. Birch goes soft, played by the Indians, as that is Taylor Wakely. Ball hits way up in the stanchion for the basketball basket, and Wakely's got another kill here in the first set. That's 5 already. And a point for the Indians just to keep them alive here in the set. It's 21-13 as the ball played there by Scholl. Comes short as well. She's blocked at the net, kept alive, however, by the Bears. Now it's Nelson able to block that one. So Ellie Nelson starting to warm back up to where she was in the early part of the match as she picks up the block and the point, and it's 21-14. See if the Indians can get any closer. Donaldson to serve. Clear, nice dig. Set outside as it comes back to Birch, and Birch is blocked at the net, and another point for the Indians. It's 21-15. Littlest player on the court for the Indians, Avery Madsen with the block. As the back set this one, here comes Wells again. That's blocked at the net by Nelson. They'll play it back over, battle for it. That's going to hit off the antenna. And let's see. Going to have a violation against Bear Lake. Another point for Preston. It's 21-16. So here's Donaldson. Donaldson, another serve. Dug out, back set, comes back to Wells again. That's dug out, kept alive again by the Indians. Outside, that's going to be, is that touched? They say no, as White tried to come down the sideline. They said no touch, so it's 22-16 as Preston goes back down by 6 as they lose the serve. And then Wakely hits that one into the net. It's 23-16. And timeout again, taken by the Indians. 23-16 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in set number 1 as the Indians trying to claw back their way back into the set. They trail 23-16.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Alyssa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Alyssa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
So Bear Lake goes up 1-0 as we'll head into set number 2. I want to remind you, if you're interested in finding out what is playing and what's coming in the near future to the Worm Creek Theater, log on to their website, wormcreek.org, to find out all the upcoming information that you need to know to have an enjoyable night out at the movies. So Preston trails 1-0 as they'll finish up their meeting here on the sideline and head back out onto the court. As we'll move here to set number 2 and see if the Indians can bounce back. They fell behind early. They just weren't with it to start this match. Then they kind of held their own through the middle of the match, and then Bear Lake put it away with a pretty good run of points at the end. But for the Indians, they need to get back to play like they were playing against Evanston earlier this afternoon. So Bear Lake will serve. Indy Sharp will start the service. Here is she will serve. As the first serve is going to come to Donaldson. She bumps it forward to Matson. As it comes to Nelson, that's blocked, kept alive. Outside, here's Hess. That's again dug out. Nice defensive play by Bear Lake for the point. The big swing, it was dug out. The deflection came to Lefkin, and she put it away. So 1-0. Bear Lake here to start the second set. And another defined defensive play, but then they hit it into the net, and we're even at 1 point apiece. So 1-1, second set tonight, brought to you by Yardmaster. Mackley White serving. Pretty good serve, but just a last-minute quick move by Scholl to keep from that ball getting by her, as that'd be too many hits against the Indians as they can't get it back over the net. So they go up 2-1. Serve comes in. That's played by White in the back row. And as she slips and falls, trying to make the return for the Indians. I think that was Madsen. She kind of slipped and went down to a knee, but they're going to call that a double hit. So it's 3-1. Served, returned by the Indians. As Hess gets it over, misplayed by the Bears. And it's 3-2. Preston trailing by a point on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard. And now here is Ellie Nelson to serve again. Deep middle, as that's going to be set in the middle. And that's in. A big hit right down the line by Avery Hunter. 4-2, favor of Bear Lake. Hunter serving, good dig, kept alive. As it comes back to Hess, that's a good defensive play by Hunter to keep the ball alive this time. As Madsen will set it again as it comes to Wakely, blocked at the net. Donaldson pops it back up, and Madsen will put it over. Free ball here for the Bears. Again, partially blocked at the net this time. As they'll set it back to Wakely again as she goes short and gets the point. Taylor very creative in trying to get the ball over in different angles and different speeds. 4-3 as Preston wins the point. Braxton Ware will come in and serve here again. Preston down by a point here in the second set. They trail 1-0. As the Play comes in the middle. Look out. That kind of eats up Donaldson, but she's able to fight it off on the attempt by Wells. Back over on the Bears side again, and that's blocked, and it's going to get down. Matzing got up, got a hand on it, but the tool to block well, I think that was Wells over there again on that side to pick up the point, and it's 5-3. Taisley Neal will come in and serve here for Bear Lake. Good serve played there by Ware in the back row, as that is Taylor Wakely who tried to get that over, as it was blocked at the net. However, the block went out of bounds, and I believe it's 5-4. They didn't put a point on the scoreboard for either side, as it comes back outside again, and White able to tool the block. And yeah, now they put the extra point up there, so it was actually 5-5. They missed the point they failed to put up there a moment ago. So Wakely serving it at even, and that's going to be wide of the sideline. Another point here for Bear Lake on a missed serve opportunity here by Taylor Wakely. So it goes back to 6-5. The Bears on top. Skinner to serve, and she hits it into the net. Service error. That again will allow the Indians to get even. Knapp comes out. Ellie Nelson back into the game. Here's Richardson to serve for Preston. Set, comes the back set. Wells is blocked there by White, kept alive again by the Bears. And they'll drive this one through the back line. It was touched, however, the line judge says. And it'll be another point for Bear Lake, and it's 7-6. So here is Sydney Scholl to serve. Just does sneak that one over the top of the net as it comes down to White, and that is in. Nope, they call it out. Out along the back line. So White misses again, and it's 8-6. It's back set. Nelson touched at the net, kept alive again by the Bears as they'll bump this one over. Here's a free ball for the Indians. Matson set short for Nelson. That's dug out. Nice play by Shaw to keep it alive. They flip it back short again. Another free ball here for Preston as Matson gives it right back. As coming up forward, his Hunter hits it into the net. Point for the Lady Indians. It's 8-7 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. And now Avery Matson will now serve once again with Preston down by a point here in the second set. Set, back set, comes to Nelson. As hold on, we got a whistle on the return by the Indians. And that'll be a point for Bear Lake to make it 9-7. So whatever the violation was, it was against the Indians. So now it's 9-7, a 2-point lead again here for the Bears. Matson sets to White. White goes short and gets the point. If you can't hit it through him, just barely just dink it over him. That's what Mackley did for her first kill. Preston back to within one again at 9-8. As White will serve. Dug out neatly in the back row. Nobody paying attention in the middle of the court for the Indians, and they just flick it right in the middle and get the point. So 10-8, Preston down 2. Bradley Birch serving. Look out, ball loose. That ball was going to go out of bounds anyway, as it was Taylor Wakely got a hand on it to try to save it, but she hit it wide as it was going to head out of bounds anyway. Now it's a 3-point lead for the Bears at 11-8. Back set. White blocked at the net, kept alive again. They set it back. White plays it over. In the front row, big swing, and that is going to be a point. As coming over to make the play was Caitlin Skinner with her fifth kill. 12-8. They go up 4. Here in set number 2, brought to you by Yardmaster. As a tough serve. Wakely did a good job just to get a return, but it's going to end up being an ace here. And it makes it 13-8. Preston's got to get going here. They're falling behind in areas they can't get to. That'll be an ace again as it's off the hands of Donaldson and goes out of bounds. And it's 14-8. Briley Birch to serve again. And again, unable to play it was Donaldson, and that'll be another ace. Back-to-back aces served at Donaldson. 15-8 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard here in the second set. Bear Lake already leading 1-0. Serve comes to Wakely. They'll set it outside and a block at the net, but it comes down on the Bear Lake side of the net, so give the point to Sophie Hess with the kill. And it's 15-9 as Preston finally gets the serve back, as it'll be Ellie Nelson now to fall back behind the line, and she will serve here for the Indians. Serve right to the libero in the middle of the floor, and they drive that right back at Madsen. It seems to be their favorite target right now. They're driving the ball right at Avery Madsen. And they pick up another point, though, do Bear Lake, and it is 16-9. Hunter to serve. Outside, Wakely goes short and in. Taylor continues to be crafty as she can with another kill. Preston trailing by 6 at 16-9. As once again it'll be Braxton Ware to serve. As Ware drives that center deep. And driving the ball home once again, it's Lufkin with another kill. 17-10 as Bear Lake goes back up again by 7 points. Serve comes in. Donaldson kind of misplayed it. Preston able to recover, however, and get it back over. Free ball here. They'll set it outside, and that's going to be right to Haley Wells, and she drives that one home. 18-10. Donaldson, Madsen comes to Wakely, gets it over at the net. That's blocked in front there by Knapp. And they're going to call that a point for Bear Lake as they tool the block well. And they pick up the point, and it's 19-12, a 7-point lead. Bear Lake serves again as it comes to Madsen. Wakely off the top of the net. Played there, kept alive by the Bears. Blocked again as this one's blocked in the middle by Macy Knapp. But the point again is going to go to the Bears, and it's 20-10. So Macy made the block, but the ball came down on the Preston side of the net. And there is a service error for Neal, and she hits it into the net. Point for the Indians, 20-11. Preston trails by 9. And now here's Taylor Wakely. Deep left corner with the serve as they get it back up into the front. Taken there, and they sneak it over the net cord, and that's going to be a lift, and a point come to the Indians. Hallie Wells went down to try to get to the ball and got a hand underneath it. That's a lift, and she gets called for it, and it's 20-12 as Wakely will serve again. Schowell outside, blocked by the Indians, kept alive by the Indians. Back onto the Bears side of the net. In the middle, Wells, good again. 21-12, timeout Indians. Preston trailing by 9 late here in the second set on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. The second set brought to you by Yardmaster. We'll take a timeout and be back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wills. We're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
Lady Indians back at home on Tuesday. Blackfoot will be in town as they'll square off on the volleyball court. 7 o'clock is the time for the first serve. We'll have the pregame show starting at about 6:20 coming up on Tuesday from Preston Gym. As White hits the ball again, too long. (22-12). As that will go into the net, 22-13 now. Donaldson steps back to serve here for the Indians. They still trail by 9, 22-13. Outside, look out, it's Wells again. That's blocked. Set it up outside this time. That's going to go too long. This time coming over to try to make the play. Birch hit it just a little bit too long. Preston gets the point, and it's 22-14. Richardson comes back. They set it for Wells. That's blocked into the net. Ellie Nelson's got another block and another point. So 22-15 late here in the second set. Richardson, deep middle, played there, outside set, blocked again as Nelson's got another block. As the Indians can't get it back up and back over onto the other side of the net. Richardson tried to, but couldn't pick it up. So 23-15 on the side out. As once again, Schell will serve and serves it into the net. 23-16. As Avery Manson will now drop back and serve. Madsen looking over at the bench, getting directions from head coach Bridget Knapp. Serves it deep right as it comes back up. Preston able to keep it alive. They set it for Wakely. That's well beyond the baseline, and it's going to be set point here in the second set, 24-16. So 24-16, Sharp to serve here for Bear Lake. As they set it deep, comes there to White. She has that dug out, blocked at the net again by Nelson. As the ball falls on the Preston side of the net, and Bear Lake wins the second set as well, as it's now 25-16 as we will go to set number 3. So they take the second set, 25-16. Bear Lake goes up 2-0. Back with set number 3 coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Make the best deal you can. When it's your time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Alyssa Benson on your team. She's helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Alyssa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Alyssa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah, your trusted real estate advisor.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
All right, we'll start into the third set, and I see our camera has frozen again. Give me a second. We'll see if we can get that restarted here for us. As ball comes down on the Preston side of the net. Yeah, there it is. We got it going again. So it's 1-0. And Bear Lake able to pick up a point as they even the score right back. So 1-1 here in the third set. In a must-win situation for the Indians to stay alive as they trail 2-0. Sharp to serve. They go kind of deep. Matson has it, flips it over, and Bear Lake sends it right back. Matson will just thumb it back over. As the outside set, that comes to Lufkin, trying to chase it down, and they can't, and Preston will pick up a point. As Bear Lake was not able to handle the ball. There, and it's 2-1 Preston here in set number 3. The third set tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. So White serves for the Indians, outside set. Lufkin is blocked at the net. As coming over again, it was Ellie Nelson with her 6th block of the match. And Preston goes up 3-1. White serving again, or that's Sharp serving, I should say, as that's blocked at the net. Controlled there by the Indians. Look out. Traffic jam. Bodies running into each other. That ball kept alive. Set up again here by Bear Lake. They'll just backhand it over on the third hit, so Preston has a free ball as Nelson has that partially deflected, and that's kept alive by Schall in the backcourt. Back over onto the Preston side, and again, Preston misplays the ball as everyone's backing up looking for somebody else to come and get it, and nobody does. (3-2), Bear Lake on top. As Nelson just plays that over. Here's a free ball here for the Bears. They give it back to Preston, so Matson will set backwards as it comes there to Hess, and Hess drives it home. Sophie Hess has had kind of a tough day. Get the score backward here on the score, so we'll fix that here real quick. Preston up 4-2 here in set number 3. Outside, as again, that ball's going to come there to Skinner. She drives it through the block, but this time Preston able to keep it alive. Nelson will steer it back over onto the Bears' side of the net. Skinner again, this time blocked, and it's going to land out of bounds. The ball was blocked at the net and then landed out of bounds, very close to the line, but the line judge said no. So the point to Bear Lake, and it's 4-3, Preston on top here in set number 3. And the outside set goes to Wakely. Kind of an awkward swing for Wakely. Didn't get a whole lot on it. As again, Preston unable to block the ball at the net as it goes right through the hands of Sophie Hess. And we're tied at 4 here on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Short set by Madsen. Preston able to somehow poke it over the net and get the point as the ball was mishandled there by the Bears. So Preston back on top, 5-4. 25-15, 25-16 were the scores for Bear Lake in the first 2 sets as they go up 2-0. Trying to bring home a championship in the Cokeville Invitational Volleyball Tournament. As Ware comes up, tries to make the play, could not make the play, and we're even again at 5s. This is always a fun tournament to come to. I've been here every year since I've been covering the Indians. A fun Saturday, a long weekend normally, as Bear Lake in the middle, and that is going to be Wells with another kill as Knapp got a hand on it, but could not get it back over the net, and it's 6-5 as Bear Lake goes on top again. Taisley Neal with the serve set in the middle as it comes back to Knapp. That's blocked in the middle there by Wells. Kept alive again as this time it's Skinner for the point again. It's Wells and Skinner doing all the damage today here against the Indians. 7-5. Bears will serve again as once again this is Neal serving as Madsen flips it over and then the Bears flip it right back over, but unfortunately Braxton Ware not able to come up and pick it up, and it's a point again for the Bears, and it's now 8-5. Serve goes at Ware. Now battle for it at the net, and winning that battle is Skinner. And it makes it 9-5. Skinner got up higher than Avery Madsen did when was able to block whatever Madsen tried to get back over the net. And she did it again. Madsen tried to flip it up, and there was Skinner to slam the lid. So a pair of blocks for Skinner, and now another timeout called here by the Indians. 10-5, Preston trails on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in the third set. Set number 3 tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. We'll be right back on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
All right, Bear Lake up 5, also up 2-0 as Preston hustles back out onto the floor. Caitlin Skinner will serve here again for Bear Lake. I take it back, that's Neal serving, my bad. As serve at Richardson. Backward set. As coming up is Taylor Wakely to play it off the block. And another point here for the Indians makes it 10-5. 10-6 rather. Wakely up to her usual pace. She's got 8 kills here in the match for the Indians. Fortunately, in the other matches today, they've been hanging right with her, but not in this one. As once again, Skinner off the block and gets the point. (11-6) on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard for the Bears. Skinner, deep middle serve, outside set. That comes to Knapp. Diving dig, kept alive again, back to Ware. Madsen, high in the air. Big set up there for Wakely from the back row, but it's kept alive again as Wake comes up to keep that alive. As they set in the middle, as it comes there to Birch, she flips it over, ball still alive. Wakely comes up again, and this time she can't bump it over. She just wanted to kind of bump it up and get it over the net. She hit the top of the net instead, and it's 12-6. Serve handled by Richardson, there for Preston. They get it over. Free ball here for the Bears in the middle. As coming over was Wells, and she hit it into the net. One of the few hitting errors that Wells has made here in this match. And it's 12-7 as Preston gets a point. Serve. Comes back over as Birch has it there. As Wakely got a hand on it. Went up in the air, but nobody else was there to play it. So another point here for the Bears, and it's now 13-7. Outside as White blocked at the net. Sharp was there. Also there for the block, it was Avery Hunter. They gave the point to the Indians, however. It's 13-8. And the service error for the Indians makes it 14-8 as the ball comes back over to Bear Lake. Sharp with the serve. Challenge forward at the net. Preston will play it deep. Back out top. It comes back to Skinner, and Skinner hits it into the net, so another point for the Indians. Preston just kind of hanging around. Trail by 5. It's 14-9 on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard as they try to get back into it. Here's White's serve. Taken by the Bears. Outside set. And that's going to go too long this time on the attempt by Birch. And Preston gets another point to make it 14-10. Some of the folks in the audience getting a little restless here. As good serve handled by Skinner. Outside, off the block and down, give the point to Lufkin. So Lufkin able to get up and get it off the block. As once again, the Indians not able to do much with it. Then the lead is 5 again here for Bear Lake. As outside, up high goes Wakely, and Wakely able to get up and hit down on the ball and gets another point. It's 15-11. So we can update the numbers for Taylor Wakely for you here as we go along. Ellie Nelson to serve, ticks off the top of the net, stays alive, outside Skinner. She has it blocked and a point for the Indians. So a good block at the net, 15-12. 35 kills on the day for Wakely as the serve here by Nelson goes into the net. Base at 16-12. So she has 5 in this match, or 9 rather in this match. And she has had a dominant day. Outside again, Wakely kind of handcuffs Schowell, but kept alive by her teammates. Back over to the Indians. They set it outside. It comes back to Wakely. That's dug out again by Schowell. Stays active on the floor as Skinner gets it back over into the Preston side. And now Richardson gives it back. Free ball. They try to just flick it into the middle. Played there by the Indians. Wakely again. That's dug out. They chase after it, and Sharp keeps it alive. Back to Skinner, who gets it back on the Preston side. Wakely again tries to drive it through the block. Again played there, as that'll be a point. Good exchange, and finally Bear Lake got somebody to drive the ball through the block, and Madsen was not able to control it, and it's 17-12. So Bear Lake up 2-0, closing in on a title here to win the tournament here in Cokeville. Ball stays alive as Bear Lake gives it back to the Indians. Set outside, back to Wakely. She goes short, but this time, however, it's Wells to keep it alive. And again, the Bears able to get the point as Preston not able to control the passing. And it's 18-12. Schowell, handled by Wakely, back set as it comes to Sharp. Sharp kind of hits it inside out and hits it out of bounds. 19-12. Schowell, deep middle serve, handled there, back to Madsen. Outside, double team the ball when it comes to the corner. They keep it alive. Comes back to Birch. Birch gets it back over. Back set this time as it is White to get it back over the net. Back outside. Big hit there by Wakely. Kept alive again, however, by Birch as they throw it back over across the net. And the official at that end says it's out of bounds. Bear Lake asking for a touch, but I don't think they're going to get it. So 19-13 as the point goes to Preston. Braxton Ware to serve again. As set in the middle. As once again, it's Wells to drive that one down. 8 kills for Haley Wells, 20-13. Taisley Neal back into the game to serve. Good serve, returned by the Indians. As the set comes to Wakely. They triple team Wakely as she comes to the net, and they block the ball and keep it on the Preston side. So they saw Taylor come into the net, boy, and they collapsed on her with 3 bodies and able to get the point. As Neal hits it into the net. Stays a 7-point advantage for the Bears, 21-14 on the Circle S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Wakely to serve. She hits it into the net, gives the point right back, and it's 22-14. 3 points from winning the tournament title is Bear Lake. Here's the serve. Madsen with the set. Outside. Good drive there. Nice play to keep it alive by Schowell. Back onto the Preston side of the net. Knapp plays it back over. As in the middle, Wells took another point. You hustle to the ball and good things happen. Schowell able to play that ball well beyond the baseline to keep it alive. And then the ball eventually worked its way back to Haley Wells for the kill. 23-14. Skinner serving. Madsen with the set. Wakely deep in the backcourt. Banks that one off the net cord and gets it to go down. and it's 23-15. Wakely now with 10 kills in this match and 36 kills overall for the day in the 3 matches that Preston has played today. Outside set, back to Birch, blocked out of bounds. Match point, championship point, whatever you want to call it. Haley Hunter back on the floor. Wells will serve as they serve it at Ware, and Preston's not able to return it, and that's it. The title belongs to the Bear Lake Bears. So 25-15 is how the final set ends. Bear Lakes will sweep the Indians and take the title, as Preston quite honestly played like they kind of ran out of gas here in the third match of the day. So congratulations to Bear Lake. They win the title here in Cokeville, and we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with a post-game wrap-up for you right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction. building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
Well, welcome back here to the postgame show as Bear Lake ends up sweeping the match here against the Preston Indians tonight. As for the Bears, they'll win this match in straight sets as they win it 3-0. As Preston not able really to do much with it because they, not to make excuses, it was their sixth match in 3 days, and for the Bears, they played better. Preston, if they could have had a little bit more execution like they had in the match against Evanston, things might have been a little bit different. But it was their sixth match in the 2 days. The Bear Lake Bears are very good, and Preston just not able to come through really with much of anything offensively as they end up losing in straight sets, 25-15, 25-16, and 25-13. So congratulations to Bear Lake. They win the championship here at Cokeville. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and look at the stat sheet next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
All right, 3-0 sweep for Bear Lake to wrap it up here in Bear Lake. Some of the stats, numbers for the Indians. Taylor Wakely continued her impressive play here today. She had 10 kills here in this match against Bear Lake. She finished the day with 36 kills overall on the day in all three matches. But really, other than that, Preston didn't really have any other big numbers. Sophie Hess had 3 kills. Mackley White had a couple. The only other big number on the jumps off the sheet, looking at it, is Ellie Nelson had 6 blocks at the net, but really they couldn't do much else with it. Haley Wells for Bear Lake, she also finished with a total of 10 kills in the match. Layden Lufkin finished with 4 and 7 kills for Caitlin Skinner for Bear Lake as they win the title in straight sets here over the Preston Indians. Stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. They're located right here in Preston. You need insurance, stop by and see them today. The Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, right here in Preston. We'll come back and wrap it up right after this from here in Cokeville. Taking a last time out here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wheels, we're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
KAC.
All right, that's going to wrap it up from here at Cokeville. First of all, I want to make a special shout out to all the staff here at Cokeville High School for putting on another great and successful tournament. Yeah, they do a really great job with all the teams that they bring in here. 18 varsity and 18 junior varsity teams in this small little school. As they accommodate for them and provide meals for them, they do a very good job here at Cokeville, and congratulations on another great tournament. Also, congratulations to the Bear Lake Bears for winning the championship, and congratulations to the Preston Indians as they had more good days here in Cokeville as they come up short in the championship match, but they made it there for the first time since I've been here for the 6 years now, so the Indians make it to the championship match. So coming up next for the Indians, they'll be back at home coming up on Tuesday night. The Blackfoot Broncos will be in town as they will square off on the volleyball floor. 7 o'clock tip-off for the varsity match, and we'll have it for you here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com, starting with the pregame show about 6:20 coming up on Tuesday. So we will look for you then. Until then, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for watching. And thanks for joining us here from Cokeville on another great, successful tournament by the folks here, as we thank you for watching. And we'll talk to you coming up on Tuesday. Have enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, everybody. Good night.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.